Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Stealth Captain America from the Marvel Legends Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure wave. This is a redeco of the Avengers video game Captain America, and switching it around to the back of the box, here we have a bio, a nice picture of the figure, and everyone else in the wave, which, by the way, now we have taken a look at them all. So the next Marvel Legends video coming up will be Joe Fixit himself. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a closer look. And here we have the stealth version of Captain America out of the packaging and standing just under 6.5 inches tall. But in the Winter Soldier, the stealth version of Cap had a blue shield. It was a little bit more stealthy and a little harder to spot in the dark. This guy still just has the red, white, and blue shield, which is, I think a bit of a mistake if you're trying to go for stealth. It kind of stands out just a touch. We do have a new shield for this guy, or, well, for this mold, the Avengers video game version, which is nice. So we have the old peg and clip star, so you can clip it onto his arm, or you can peg it into his hand, and also peg it onto his back. Nice raised star on there. Really do like the design and paintwork on the shield itself. Obviously, you have the peg hole there, so you can pop it on his back if you really wanna. And you also have a variety of fists to go ahead and use with it as well. So he has a pair of actual fists, one for each side, and also a pair of open gripping hands, so he can actually hold the shield in either side as well. And the clip to go on his arm. The clip doesn't hold around the wrist or anything very securely. It just kind of, well, it's on there, but it kind of rattles around, and you can't hold up a nice pose with it. So you'd like to attach it to the arm, actually attach it to the bottom part of the forearm, but this gauntlet section is a little bit too thick. So it clips on there, but I wouldn't do, because you might risk snapping these. These are very notorious for snapping. If you're an avid collector of Marvel Legends and own a lot of these, you would know that. So I would suggest to either pop it in his hand and pose it that way. You have some articulation here, and obviously you can pivot this and everything, or put it in the back, but I would suggest not to use the clip where possible, else there might not be a clip for much longer. We do actually get some nice molded in detail on the back as well, which you'll only see if you do actually put it on his back, otherwise it'll be hidden, but it looks good and it's nice that they did it. You also get an interchangeable head, so you get the unmasked Steve Rogers head. Really nicely done hair. Love the darker wash in there. And yeah, it's a decent Steve Rogers face sculpt. I like the design. I do like the Tony Stark head for the character a lot more. And however, I do love the look of this Captain America helmet, especially the wings on the side. Love how they designed those for this guy. I do have to say I like the standard colorway more than this stealthy version, purely really because of the shield. But you can give him the unmasked head, and then you've got a nice Steve Rogers video game version for when he, lets go of the Captain America moniker and just goes rogue as Steve Rogers. You can go ahead and use that, and, well, I think it's fairly nice. I think this is a nice modern-day body armor version of the character. Obviously, the World War II version of Steve, a lot of it is depicted as wearing, well, just standard World War II body armor for the time. So it's nice for him to have some nice kind of SWAT gear in modern times. If we were to have a real-life Captain America, this is probably more like what he would be like. I do definitely dig it. Love those bright silver knee pads. The boots are familiar to me. I feel like they've been used for a few other figures. And yeah, definitely just love the colorway of this whole thing. But the standard one, I think I do prefer. In terms of his articulation, he looks up and down really well. Left and right, and a little bit of side-to-side pivot. The shoulders move out to the side and all the way around. Rotation at the upper part of the arm. Double-jointed elbows. Rotation in hinge at the wrist. Really nice ab crunch on this guy. He goes all the way back. And rotation there at the waist as well. The legs move forward and back a little bit, out to the side. Rotation at the upper part of the thigh. Double jointed knees there, which actually use the knee pad, which is very nice. and then the rotation at the boot, as well as the feet moving up and down, and an ankle pivot. The feet on this guy are kind of like, they're not really loose, and it is slightly ratcheted, but it's just loose for the weight of the figure. He's actually got quite a good heft to him, especially when you've got the shield on the front. It will weigh him down to the front, so he's standing just fine right now. Put the shield on him, for some reason he just wants to go over. It took me a little while to get him standing for the thumbnail there, but in general, it's a really nicely done figure, and if you want the builder figure, then you have to go ahead and pick this guy up, really. But in general, it's a redeco that I think a lot of other people can pass on. If you're not a fan of the Avengers game, or don't have it, if you already have other better versions of a stealthy Steve Rogers, like the Winter Soldier one, I think, the movie one, and also the actual Steve Rogers, older Marvel Legends figure, which might be very hard to get a hold of now, but if you've already got that, I don't really see much point in getting this unless you are a Captain America collector, you play the game, or you need the builder figure, so you have to pick this guy up. He will be very cheap, though, these days, so that is a benefit. You can pick this guy up really, really cheap. But anyway, that is it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you want to see more from me. Remember, stay tuned, because Joe Fixit is coming up next. There's some videos on the screen right now, and links to my social media in the description below. And for more Marvel Legends, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.